I want to know right now why the parents of this world allow money to control them. Because you know what? When I had my children, there was no way I was leaving them alone with someone else to watch them while I went and made money. It makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense. Someone else can make money watching my child. Yet I can't watch my child. I have to go make money doing something else. Someone else can make money watching my child. You don't see what's happening here? They want your child watched as long as it furthers the economy. They just don't want you doing it. They're breaking the family bond. They're breaking that. So it's easy to divide you. Why are you allowing this? All these people driving in their cars, their children are at home. No, they should be at home with their parents, but they're not. They're not. They're not home. They're working. They're working. Why are they working? They have children to raise. Why are they working? I don't understand why they're working. What are you working for? To raise your child? Why don't you just raise your child? Oh, because money doesn't allow you? Well, why do you allow that system to stay in place if that's what it's doing? Why do you allow it to stay in place? Why don't you change to do something different? Oh, because you don't think that anything else can work, right? How could you possibly make the world turn without money? Do you know that there was plenty of time before money existed when we worked without money, without a barter system? Do you know what started happening that changed everyone helping each other into a barter system, into a currency system? What happened was people started saying, I've done something for you. Now what are you going to do for me? I need something back from you. Instead of just helping other people, they expect something back, a return. Because things just became important. They had these things, and they realized they had too many of these things. Well, they were collecting these things. Why are you collecting too many of these things if you don't need them? Why are you doing that? It's called greed. Stop being so greedy. Stop being so selfish. The world is not about you. You are not a special species because you're human. You can't regenerate limbs. You can't camouflage yourself naturally into your surroundings. You can't restart your life cycle. You can't do any of that. You can't do any of that. You can't see in the dark. None of that. You can't see thermal. But you know what? Other creatures can. You're not the most special. You're just the most destructive. And you don't have to be that way. You really don't. You could be kind to the animals and the people around you, and you could raise your own children, just like every other creature in the world. They don't live off of money. They don't have to find someone to raise their children while they're gone. Their family unit works properly. And if one disappears, there is struggle. Yes, there is. And that's called life. That's the only real struggle you should know. But the struggle that you face has a lot more to do with that because you live in a world of money. You live in a world of control, of fake freedom, of fake happiness. You don't know what freedom or happiness are. You haven't had the ability to experience either. You've had to focus on making money your whole life. You put it before your children. You put it before everything. It doesn't deserve that. It's garbage. It's trash. It's paper with ink on it. It's nothing more. Nothing more. Your child is way more important. Can you imagine seeing your child for the first time when they were born? The first time they ever grabbed your finger? Their first words? First time they ever sat up by themselves? How excited you were by all these things? How much you anticipated all these actions? That's real life. That's real life. That's the real dopamine. That's the real serotonin. You guys don't seem to understand. The real joy and the real pleasures and the real riches. Those are with helping others. That comes with being a good human being. Putting that ant back on the leaf like I like to do instead of brushing it off me, or worse, killing it. He's just accidentally wandered from a leaf onto my arm. What was my arm doing in the plants? I was deadheading it. That's what I was doing. Pulling off all those suckers. But I had my hand in their home. Do I have to kill them? No. Are they hurting me? No. He's lost. I'm going to put him back on that leaf where he needs to be. Live and let live. Stop being controlled. Ask yourself, what's more important? Going out and making money? Or spending time with your children? Because here's what they know. Who is they? The government and the elite. What do they know? They know that without proper guidance from a mother and father, from a family unit, that you're easy to control, you're easy to depress, you're easy to scare, you're easy to lead. You'll turn to them because you have no one else to turn to. The government's always been there for you. Your family hasn't. They left you. They left you in the arms of someone else who likely either abused you, neglected you, or they weren't your family. Your family, they abandoned you to make this money. It's so important. But they put this process in place because they know what the product will be. An untrusting, insecure adult, unable to function properly, unable to use cognitive thinking and logic and reasoning, the inability to share, to give freely, to have sympathy, to show emotions, to have an opinion and speak it. They crush all of that. When in a family unit you would have that autonomy, that security, that love that you need as a human, that they know you need, that they are depriving you of at 6 weeks of age to make your mother and father go back to work. That's uniquely American. You know, in other countries, it's completely different. And they know how important it is to have your family with you. That's why it's so different there. In America, you need to wake up. You're being controlled by people who know what they're doing. They're taking your children from you. They're letting someone else make money off of watching them, and they're making you spend time away from them and thinking that money is an acceptable payment for that. Really? Stand up. Do you think money is an acceptable payment to take time away from your family and your children? Do you want to leave them at home? You not want to spend time with them? Then don't have kids. If you don't want to spend time with your kids and you don't want to raise your children, if you don't want to teach your children, you shouldn't have kids. If you know you're going to have kids and send them off to daycare and go to work and then send them to school, why are you having children? If you want to have a child and care for them, be there for them, model the proper behavior, teach them how to be good human beings, teach them sympathy and humility, you're doing what you should be doing. All you others, you really, really, really need to get your perspectives in order and understand that there is another way to do things. You don't have to allow the control, and you don't have to let people tell you what's a proper way to take care of your children. Sending them off to someone else, that ain't it.